Why do GED text structures affect logical fallacies? Imagine trying to follow a story where the events jump around or are told in a confusing order. It would be hard to understand what really happened, right? That's similar to how text structures work in reading. When you read a passage, how the information is arranged makes a big difference in how well you understand it. In the GED Reasoning through Language Arts test, knowing the different ways texts are organized helps you see how ideas connect. Common structures include cause and effect, compare and contrast, problem and solution, chronological order, and description. Each one shows a different way ideas relate to each other. For example, cause and effect shows how one thing leads to another, while compare and contrast highlight similarities and differences. Logical fallacies are mistakes in reasoning that weaken arguments. They happen when the connection between ideas is unclear or false. If you don't understand the text structure, you might miss when an argument is jumping to conclusions or making assumptions without proof. For example, in a cause and effect passage, if the cause isn't really linked to the effect, it's a false cause fallacy. Knowing the text structure helps you follow the flow of ideas. You can see if the author is making a logical connection or if they are skipping steps. When transitions between ideas are missing or faulty, that can be a sign of a fallacy. Recognizing these signs helps you evaluate if the evidence supports the claims. This skill also helps you organize your own writing. When you write essays, using clear structures makes your ideas easier to follow and less likely to contain fallacies. It's like building a strong foundation for your argument. Getting good at identifying text structures makes reading comprehension easier. It helps you understand what the author is really saying and whether their reasoning makes sense. When you see how ideas are connected, you're better at spotting errors in logic. This is especially important for the GED test, where you need to analyze texts and write clear, logical responses. So, understanding text structures isn't just about reading better. It's about thinking more clearly and avoiding mistakes in reasoning. When you know how a passage is built, you can see if the arguments are solid or if they contain fallacies. That's why mastering text structures is a key part of doing well on the GED Reasoning through Language Arts test.